My name is John Tetzloff. I run LiquidHaus, and I've been doing it since 2017 officially as LiquidHaus, but I've been building computers since 2005. A lot of my computer career is based a little bit on my father's direction. Back in 2004, he gave me an old HP PC from the garbage, and he said, "Hey, here's your new computer, make it work." And back at the time, we didn't have much money, and so I was like, okay, let's see if I can make this work. Made it work within the week, and had that little PC for, I don't know, maybe a year. In 2015, I moved to Salt Lake City. I was really from Riverside, and got a job with Zydex PCs. And after that, I wanted to start my own thing. So in 2017, I founded LiquidHaus as like a moniker for anything and everything computer related. I've only talked to Launcelot on Discord a few times. He's a variety streamer. So I took a little bit of that and threw it into the system that I put together for him. And so it's really funny because I saw on his Twitter last night that he dyed his hair, and it's the same color combination as the two coolants that I used in my system. So it should be pretty exciting for him. A company named Beast, they're out in New Jersey. Some of my favorite people to work with. They had created a new chassis it's an amalgam between like a test bench and like an outside open air chassis. And I've built with that chassis more than a few times in completely different configurations. It's a really unique case. And I did a build with that case that I really enjoy, and I used a Z490 board with that one as well. And the one that sticks with me the most, honestly, is a cyberpunk themed build that I did last year for the new game. And it's nothing crazy. I mean, you know, I used an air-cooled GPU at the time because they had no water blocks for it back then. But it stuck with me because I don't know, it was just really exciting to do. We're all in our element right now, and I know that we're gonna have a good time. And I kind of see the competition as something secondary. You know, I just want to have a good time and finally have the chance to hang out with these guys.
My name's Launcelot, and my stream name brand would be Launcelotdev92. I like to stream on Twitch a variety of games, a handful of like competitive games like Rocket League, League of Legends, Apex Legends, stuff like that. Mostly stuck in Rocket League right now, and then random other games like Final Fantasy 14 and some story-based games too. So part of it was that I wanted to enable my viewers to be able to participate in charity, and a lot of them use Prime or can't specifically donate direct money to the charities that we do. So I didn't want them to feel like they were losing money every time that they sub or something, right? Like they sub for $5, but only $2.50 gets donated to charity. So I do have a full-time job with my wife working in game development. So I just kind of dig into there a little bit to make up the difference. So I actually donate a little bit more than I make consistently. And I kind of try to match people's donations and stuff like that. It started at a really, really young age. As long as I can remember, I've been playing video games. Specifically games like Final Fantasy VII, Spyro, random games like that. Those ones really resonated with me. They were kind of an escape from my current life, which I feel like they are for most people, and they kind of gave me motivation and drive to do something and learn things, right, and be out there. I was always competitive. A friend of mine said, "Hey, I know we play Binding of Isaac a lot. Do you want to get into some competitive speedrunning type things?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm down for anything social." And he said, "Well, you have to kind of like prove that you're not cheating, so you have to live stream this on this website." I'm like, live streaming? What's that? And that's how I was introduced to Twitch for the first time back in 2012 or 13, somewhere in there, shortly after it had actually begun Twitch. In general with stream communities, I feel like they have to have some binding, right, like togetherness, like why are we here? Frequently that comes with a very specific game or a specific theme with like, oh, we're speedrunning these style of games, we're playing this style of game. I've built most of my community off of, well, so obviously there's a lot of runoff from my wife's community with the video game that they've all found us, but we've found people from all over the place, and our general shtick has always been wholesome. We're just gonna be super nice, supportive, try and make the world a better place one way or another. It doesn't matter what we're doing or what we're talking about. We have random TED Talks about serious issues that are bothering people in my chat, and we're always just trying to be there and support each other. It was a pretty vague conversation we had so far. It was, hey, thinking themes, what do you think? And I was like, well, here's a picture of some clothes I really like the style of, right? Like this aesthetic is really nice from like Vapor 95 or something. They just have lots of pastels and stuff like that. And I was like, I love these colors. I like Final Fantasy, I like Rocket League. And here's my spec list. He asked for my spec list, and that was all that I've heard of it. So it was amazing having them reach out and know that I could potentially work with Intel. And then it's the first time I've ever joined a tournament and participated in anything with other streamers, and I never imagined that I'd win. I was debating it with my wife. I was like, should I really join it? I feel like I don't belong. You know, I'm like a variety streamer and all these guys are so good and big and stuff. And I was like, and then I have to go to an event, and like, she was like, well, if you make any money for charity, you can just donate it, and like, it's a good thing to participate in general. And I was like, yeah, you know, maybe, yeah, I can make money for charity. We'll just throw it in there. And then I won the first day, and then won the second day, and I'm like, well, this is a thing now. kind of very shocking, but it has been kind of surreal to, I don't know, just interact with other people in the community. I felt very lucky when I knew nothing about the second day. It was just we were told it's gonna be small games, and I was like, feeling good about the second day, but how am I gonna get past the first day? But I do like how it was set up with the first day, where it was like semi-balancing teams with like different pros and different ranks of people. And I was like, oh, this is, okay, I'm not totally out of my league here. I kind of fit in a little bit with these other teams, you know what I mean? And then the second day I was like, oh, variety? Random games nobody's ever played before? I'm ready for this.